Hey you guys, today I'm back with another video, and today I'm gonna be talking about the similarities between Hannah and Chelsea from Love is Blind season 6 and why I think that they are very alike, and why I already knew that like Nick D was gonna be like ran over by Hannah, and just why I think that Nick D and Jimmy, they're different, but why I think Hannah and Chelsea, they are the same type of people. Because when I was watching Hannah, even though I'm on Hannah's side this season, but when I was watching Hannah on this show and I saw the way how she was going at it with Nick D, I already knew that this is the Chelsea that we got from last season. And even before the episodes dropped, people were saying that like Hannah is gonna be another Chelsea, like a Chelsea 2.0, just by the way like how she looked, just by like the way how much sass she had in her bio, and just like her not even her bio, like her picture, and just even by her quote. Like everyone was saying that we're gonna have a Chelsea 2.0, but I'm honestly here to say why I think that Chelsea and Hannah, they are so alike and they have similar personalities. Honestly, let's start back with Chelsea. If you guys remember last season Love is Blind, you remember how Chelsea used to talk at Jimmy, and Jimmy would just be quiet and he would just take things. But I feel like that the reason why Jimmy is different from Nick D is simply because of the fact that like Jimmy, he literally will stand up for himself. Jimmy will speak out when he feels the type of way more than how Nick will. What Nick will do is he'll take it and he will let a person just talk to him nasty. He will just let a person talk him down. And now you have people on social media till this day having to defend Nick, being like, don't let a woman talk to you like that again. Know your worth. You even had Katie on this show basically tell Nick like, hey, don't, like, you are the whole package. Like, Katie had to remind Nick, like, he is somebody. And honestly, nobody did that for Jimmy. Like, nobody needs to remind Jimmy that he is the whole package. He is somebody. Jimmy knew what he was, and he would always argue back and forth with Chelsea. He would always clap back when Chelsea would say something rude to him. And Nick D, whenever Hannah says something rude to him, he doesn't clap back, except with the whole unemployment comment. That was like the one time I saw Nick D clap back. When Chelsea would talk down to Nick D, he would just take it and be like, yeah, I need to work on that. Yeah, He would just agree with her. And Jimmy would not do that. Jimmy would start an argument, which as he should, and defend himself because he knows his worth. He knows that he shouldn't be being talked to like that. And I think that the reason why I think Chelsea and Hannah are similar, I was about to say Chelsea and Nick D. I don't know why I said that, but the reason why I think that Chelsea and Hannah are very, very similar people is because they literally, like, their personalities, they both give mean mugs. The way how they talk down to their partners every single scene these past 2 seasons, the way how they just start fights, they pick fights, they just start arguments out of nowhere is beyond bizarre to me. Like, you could start a fight here and there to just kind of just like, get something off your chest. And I think that honestly, like, Hannah and Tim this season are like the same personality, because it's just like, why do you have to start a fight to the point where it almost causes you guys to break up? And I think that like even Tim has like kind of like the same energy as Hannah as well, because they literally give starting fights, nitpicking you. And I honestly just have to say that Hannah, like, she is so much like Chelsea, because all she does is just nitpicks Nick. She just nitpicks Nick all the time. Her writing down the whole list of like writing down the whole list of like the 10 things that she hated about him. Then at the end, her writing down another list, or was it the same list? I don't know. But then her writing down another list of what she doesn't like about Nick, and then even telling her mom like, he doesn't match me financially. The only difference I see between these two relationships is that when Jimmy and Chelsea were breaking up, Jimmy called off the wedding because he saw like he didn't like the way how he was being treated. He didn't like the information that like Chelsea was just bringing on camera. And so Jimmy stood on business and actually sticked up for himself and was like, hey, look, like, I'm gonna break up with you because I don't like your energy, basically. When they were at like that carnival, when they were eating burgers, whatever like that, which they didn't even finish. And then this situation, you had Hannah have to break up the breakup with Nick, and Nick D, this whole season, like, he let Hannah lead him on. I mean, not lead him on, but he let Hannah tear him down so much. Just talk to him reckless so much, and just let him know that she's better than him. See, if Chelsea did that to Jimmy wouldn't let that slide. Jimmy would be like, no, like, don't talk to me like that. Like, so I think that the difference between Jimmy and Nick is that Jimmy will stand on business. Jimmy knows who he is, and Jimmy will take the initiative to defend himself. But Nick, he will just take anything. He will just take a rude, nasty comment. And I feel like that the reason why Chelsea and Hannah are the same is because they both, like, their partners have to walk around eggshells when it comes to them. And I feel like that I'm a person that's kind of like Nick as well, because I used to be the type of person that would take any bad comments from people, like any negative comments from my friends. Like, I used to be the type of person who would just take mean comments from people in high school, and I just feel like that is giving that. Like, it's literally giving a high school relationship or something, but it's just like, it's so weird. My light keeps on going out, but it's just so weird. Like, I feel like that Hannah and Chelsea, I keep on saying Nick, they are so similar. They talk literally the same almost. Like, they act the same. They both freak out of nowhere. They both have to start a very tense fight. And they were both the biggest dramatic people of the season. Like, they were the most dramatic people of their seasons. Like, literally out of their whole cast. Like, they were both the most dramatic people out of their season, and they always raise their tone, and they have some type of negative energy towards their partner. They both have like a mean mug tone towards their partner, and 9 times out of 10, they never compliment their partner. They never talk about what they like about I think did Hannah say that? I don't know. But they never have anything positive to say about like what they like about their partner. Like, they just don't have any they don't have a positive input to put on their partner. They never acknowledge the growth of their partner. And it's always like, I feel like that when we're watching these two couples, it's always like that they are above their husband, like their fiance. And it's just so weird. Like, it's just the screaming, just like the starting the fights, the night, like literally Chelsea had night fights with Jimmy, and then now you have Hannah having a night fight basically with Nick over like the bar before they go to bed. And then also, you know why Hannah and Chelsea are alike is because remember when Jimmy and Chelsea, they were like one of like the very beginning of scenes of them fighting in the apartment. Chelsea was like talking reckless to Jimmy, and then Chelsea turned from mean to nice and was telling Jimmy, oh, don't leave, like, no, like, don't go leave. Like, it's like 1 minute, when Chelsea really wanted Jimmy back so bad, she would kind of just like talk to him nice in a manipulative way. Hannah is the same person. Hannah will literally yell at Nick, and then Hannah will literally yell at Nick, and then I think she did the same thing as well. She yelled at Nick, and then she was like, oh, like, I want to go to bed. I need to go to bed. And that's where I think that they are just both toxic people for their partners, and they never want to actually focus on the important stuff in life. And I feel like that they both just have a mean mugged attitude. I don't know where it's from, but it's like, I feel like that like their partners were afraid to just be around them like 24/7. And I just couldn't fathom why. I literally could never fathom why, but it's just so like, it's just such a weird concept. And I'm just like, I never literally got it. I never literally understood it. They both have mean mugged energy. Like, they both just love to start arguments. I'm just like, do they love to fight? Do Chelsea and Hannah just love to fight? And now I'm starting to think that did Chelsea and Hannah act like this for the cameras, for the clout? Because Chelsea was kind of like the star of the show based off of her like dramaticness. And like Hannah has like the most second following this season, has like the most following besides Taylor, because of just the way how she reacted to Nick. And I feel like that, do these women act like this? How Hannah and Chelsea do the same thing with not Nancy, but like do do Chelsea and Hannah act like this because they want that fame? They want to make a big scene on TV. Like, I feel like that they thought that like this was their only chance to be on TV, so they had to make a big moment on TV by starting the fights. And I think it's like it's just that always one negative Nancy that always just makes the huge problems, just creates the big fires, like on this show, like just a big, like it was almost like verbal abuse on both of their hands. And I'm just like, they just love to argue and fight. I don't know what it is. They are never happy. They will never be happy. And I'm just like, do they all like, are they mentally okay? Do they both need therapy? Like, were they really, like, was Hannah really going through something? Cause like, why was Nick always happy? Why was Nick always just calm, cool, collected? It looked like also that Nick was also depressed as well. Like, he didn't know like what to do when it came to like after the show and all this stuff. So I'm just like, I don't know, but God did work in his favor by like giving him a house after the show. That's what I have to say as well. But I'm just like, Hannah and Chelsea, they literally both are like the same type of people. Like, if you really do your research on both of them from the two past seasons, from season 6 and season 7, they are literally the same person that will just yell, start the fights, just start the arguments. Like, it's kind of insane. It's really, really insane. Like, they will make a big deal out of nothing. And that's why it's kind of hard for me to believe like these type of situations. But I'm just like, Hannah and Nick D, they literally are both the same type of people. Literally, like, realistically, the way how they both argue, their tone is so bad. I'm just like, did their parents like hate them as a child because they just had such a bad attitude? Like, their attitude is just bad on both of their hands. Nick is over here taking in everything. Jimmy is over here, like last season, Jimmy was just over here trying to work with her as much as possible, and then at finally, like, he just gave up because she broke his boundary. Like, she just gave up. And then Jimmy and Chelsea tried to literally date 4 days after the show, and it just didn't work out. I'm just like, can Love is Blind stop putting these people who might be incompatible on this show? Like, I think that Nick D and Hannah should have never been on the show. Like, I don't know why, but I'm just like, just the way how like they, like, these two couples were just like the star of the show in a way. To me, it's just kind of, it's surprising. Like, I didn't think that we, like, getting another Chelsea was not on my bingo card. It really was not on my bingo card. And like the way how Hannah just talked to Nick was like, at the end of the scene, even like the way how she was talking to her mother, like, he doesn't match me financially, he doesn't match me this, that, the third. Her mother was just taking it in, and I think even her mother just knows how like mean of a person she could just be. And like, I don't think anybody likes that. Like, I don't think anybody really likes that about her. And I mean, like, I'm kind of still a fan of Hannah because she's like independent, like she's on her own. But I'm just like, the way how she talked to him was just so sketchy. Like, it was just like, you're sketchy. Like, it was just super sketchy. Just the way how when her and Nick were sitting at the couch, she was pointing out everything and whatnot, and it was just like she was making a huge big scene. Like, she was so loud. Then she tries to like play off her mean comments. She'll say something mean. I think I saw a content creator on TikTok saying this. Like, she will say something mean, then she will try to play it off. No. Like, and like Nick wouldn't even take the initiative to like talk about this. Nick would just literally take it. And I'm just like, it just seemed as though Hannah is a type of person that will literally just start fights, and then Nick is the type of person who will literally just sit there and just take in everything. Just take in Hannah bashing him. And I'm just like, I just feel so sorry for Hannah. Hannah saying that I turned you from a boy to a man. I was just like, what? And now that I think about it, I am team Nick, because Nick is fully well established, and Hannah just made him out to be this so-called villain for no reason. Like, Nick didn't do anything wrong. Maybe he like needs to kind of learn stuff, but like, he already did that. But I'm just like, you couldn't even trust that he would grow. Like, you could not trust that he would grow to be up into like a better person. Like, to me, like, Hannah's energy is just so horrible. Like, nobody could be around her. Like, literally nobody could be around her. And I already knew from watching the trailers, like, she was gonna be one of those. She was gonna be a mean mugged person. Like, is kind of crazy. And then the way how she just, like, the way how, like, I feel so bad for Nick. Like, I want to cry because I'm just like, the way how he just let her just bully her, I'm like, it's giving Mean Girls. It's giving Mean Girls 1. It's giving Mean Girls 2. Like, I just literally don't understand it. Like, it's literally giving Mean Girls. And I just cannot fathom that. I really just can't. And I'm just like, what did... Like, I honestly don't know. But, like, that was it for the video. Comment down below what you guys think of this video. Comment down below if, like, you're Team Hannah, Team Nick. Comment down below, like, what you guys think of, what do you guys think about the next episodes? Who do you think will get married? Just comment down below your thoughts on this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And also, make sure to leave a like for support. And I will see you in my next video.